face another day. And love lies bleeding in my hand. Oh, tell me to think of you with another man. I'm playing rock and roll, you were just a fan. You might be talking to her, the song's still fine. Love lies bleeding in my hands. I wonder if those changes have left a scar on you. Oh, the burning hoops of fire that you and I passed through. You're a bluebird on a telegraph line. I hope you're happy now. Well, if the wind out change coming down your way, girl, you'll make it back somehow. And love lies bleeding in my hand. Oh, tell me to think of you with another man. I was playing rock and roll, you were just a fan. When my guitar moved and rolled, the song was still fine. Love lies bleeding in my hands.
Elton John on Flashback with Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding. Before that, The Who, I Can See for Miles. And we began with Come Together from the Beatles. And hey, you're in luck, because Flashback will be right back with some lucky stars named Tom Petty, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and Creedence Clearwater, right after we finish marking this deck.
All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Alimentary corners like swinging on a gauge. A right to you, honey, with a right, left, 8. Grand right, left,
Some people think that just because you're young, you must be clueless. Like all those commercials for 1-800-COLLECT. Is there a reason they don't tell me it's owned by MCI? Like I can't figure out the real story? Hello, I know the code. 1-800-CALLATT. It always costs less than 1-800-COLLECT. And I know it's AT&T because it says AT&T. I mean, duh.
For calls that always cost less than 1-800-COLLECT, you know the code. 1-800-CALL-ATT. That's your true choice, AT&T. For all interstate calls, promotions excluded.
So I rent this lousy movie, and then, of course, I had to return it when my sister calls and tells me about all these great movies she's seen on HBO and Cinemax and Encore and this other great movie she saw on pay-per-view. And I said, what did you do, marry a Warner brother? And she says, no, I just called 1-800-PRIME-STAR.
With PRIME-STAR, the digital mini-dish satellite TV service, you get great programming without buying equipment, starting at about $1 a day. Call 1-800-PRIME-STAR. Pricing and equipment may vary. Installation extra. Some restrictions apply.
Hello? Is this the Discovery Channel?
Now, answer the call of the wild every weeknight with Discovery Channel's Wild Discovery. This week, live large with nature's giants, from gorillas to whales to 8-foot otters. Turn on the network that's the king of the jungle for Wild Discovery. Nature calls every weeknight at 8 Eastern and Pacific on Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
The Army's got a deal that's cool.
The Army's got a deal that's cool.
Get $30,000 for school.
Get $30,000 for school.
While you're getting high-tech training in the Army, you could also be qualifying for up to $30,000 in college money through the Montgomery GI Bill and the Army College Fund. So,
call your recruiter, come and see
how to be all you can be.
Call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Newsflash from Cross Country in Wilson, home of Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, Eagle, and the minivan store. The new 96s have arrived. And Cross Country, as always, will do whatever it takes to put you behind the wheel. There's buying and leasing plans available for every vehicle. Now at Cross Country, see the new standard in minivans that leave all the others behind. Like the 96 Plymouth Voyager.
Superior design and function. Driver's side sliding door. V6 performance. Safety standards years ahead of the others.
Or the brand new 96 Town & Country.
The ultimate in luxury and utility. Enhanced V6 performance, leather interior.
Here's more news from Cross Country. The incredible 96 Jeep Grand Cherokees have arrived. The best 4x4 sport utility ever built.
Tough and safe. Dual airbags. Standard 4-wheel ABS.
Let Cross Country in Wilson put you behind the wheel.
Hey, this is Jim Braswell with Cross Country. Don't waste time shopping around when you can find it at Cross Country. We'll do whatever it takes.
Cross Country, the home of Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, Eagle, and the minivan store. Visit Cross Country on Herring Avenue in Wilson or call 1-800-444-8913.
November in Hawaii with the Eagles. Life doesn't get any better than this. It's another October Starflight, only from 106.1 RDU.
It's Flashback.
It's like... Wouldn't believe it.
And now, Flashback hits Lucky.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
With a little luck, we can help it out.
Well, do you, punk?
Make this whole damn thing work out.
Do you?
With a little luck,
Punk?
we can lay it down. Can't you feel a town
Blow your head clean off, punk.
It wasn't for bad luck. I wouldn't have no luck at all.
When it comes to being lucky, she's cursed. Good luck had just strung me to the racetrack. I did go.
Well, last week I went to the track. I shot off the opening gun. They killed my horse.
He had white horses and ladies by the score, all dressed in satin and waiting by the door. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. White lace and feathers, they made up his bed. A gold-covered mattress on which he was led. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. He went to fight wars for his country and his king, of his honor and his glory. The people would sing. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. A bullet had found him. His blood ran as he cried.
the doctors. I found out my proctologist, he used to work for Roto-Rooter. I wish everyone knew what a proctologist was. It'd be a hell of a joke, you know? You never heard of Roto-Rooter, right? I'll tell you, last week was a rough week. My psychiatrist told me I'm going crazy. I said to him, if you don't mind, I'd like a second opinion. He said, all right, you're ugly too.
Lucky charm of a flashback. Creedence Clearwater with Fortunate Son. In front of that, Emerson, Lake and Palmer did Lucky Man. And we started rolling the dice with Tom Petty and You Got Lucky.
It's really a strange place to find a Jedi Master. This place gives me the creeps.
The Empire Strikes Back. Mount St. Helens blows.
Well,
Ron gets elected.
Thank you.
It's 1980 on Flashback. Next. Flashback.
Question. What's the most dramatic way to improve the sound of a home audio system? Dramatically toss it out the window and start from scratch. Or ask the experts at Radio Shack about new speakers. Nothing makes a bigger difference than speakers. And now every speaker is on sale for home, car, and home theater. Bookshelf, floor standing, and if you really want dramatic, the widely acclaimed Optimus speaker with a 360-degree dispersion tweeter. All speakers now on sale at Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
The Army's got a deal that's cool.
The Army's got a deal that's cool.
Get $30,000 for school.
Get $30,000 for school.
While you're getting high-tech training in the Army, you could also be qualifying for up to $30,000 in college money through the Montgomery GI Bill and the Army College Fund. So,
call your recruiter, come and see
how to be all you can be.
Call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
You know the sound of relief for your worst cold symptoms. Now taste the taste. New orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Great new taste. Same fast relief as original. To soothe your aches. Relieve your runny nose. Free your breathing. Get the sound. Get the taste. Get relief. Nothing rushes relief like new orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus. Use only as directed.
Hello? Is this the Discovery Channel?
Now, answer the call of the wild every weeknight with Discovery Channel's Wild Discovery. This week, live large with nature's giants, from gorillas to whales to 8-foot otters. Turn on the network that's the king of the jungle for Wild Discovery. Nature calls every weeknight at 8 Eastern and Pacific on Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
You want a job that really moves. An ordinary desk job just isn't your style. You're outgoing and control. You like a fast-paced environment. You love to have fun. Then you'll love working with Houlihan's of Cary. Houlihan's is a national restaurant chain opening for the first time in Cary, North Carolina. They're open for dinner and will soon be open for lunch. They have an immediate need for all positions, wait staff, hosts, culinary, and utility staff during the lunchtime hours. Houlihan's of Cary is a progressive company offering an extensive training program and employee family food discounts. Depending on the number of hours you work, you may qualify for insurance benefits, 401k, and paid vacation after 1 year. There's also the possibility of moving up within the company. For a job that keeps you moving and a career that could move you up, call Houlihan's of Cary. For details on wait staff, host, culinary, and utility staff positions for lunchtime shifts, call Houlihan's of Cary at 859-0668. That's 859-0668. Houlihan's of Cary.
WRDU, Wilson, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill.
Governor Reagan called me up and asked if I would be willing to run with him on this ticket.
In Iran, Khomeini continued to denounce Satan America.
We are deeply concerned about the unwarranted and vicious invasion of Afghanistan by the Soviet Union.
We start a new Chrysler Corporation today.
The 1980s have been born in turmoil, strife, and change. This is a time of
Flashback. And now, a flashback look back at 1980.
got the new sound. Funny, but it's true
1980.
to me. Down on the boulevard, they take it hard. They look at life with such disregard. They say it can't be won the way the game is run. But if you choose to stay, you wind up playing anyway. The kids in shock up and down the block. The folks are home playing beat the clock. Down at the Golden Cup, they set the young ones up under the neon light, selling day for night. Nobody rides for free. Nobody gets it like they want it. Nobody hands you any guarantee. Nobody. Nobody, baby. The hearts are hard and the times are tough. Down on the boulevard, the night's enough. Time slow, beautiful shadow lights, street lights. Everybody walks right by like they're safe or something. Nobody knows you. Nobody owes you nothing. Nobody shows you what to think. Nobody. Hey, baby, got to watch the street and keep your feet on guard. Make it pay, baby. It's summertime on the boulevard. It's like this. I mean, it's the way it is. Yeah, baby. It's summertime on the boulevard.
Higgins, you know Dr. Jorgensen? We had a Dr. Jorgensen apply for membership at the King Kamehameha Club some time ago. Nearly a year back, as I recall. I was serving as interim chairman of membership after Corky Foxworth had been persuaded to step down. Well, not persuaded, really. He was removed, and not a moment too soon, either. The man had absolutely no sense of quality or style and hadn't made the slightest effort to define any reasonable standards for evaluating applicants.
Higgins, just fill me in on what you know about Dr. Jorgensen.
Perhaps you should look at this newspaper. Mr. Daniels quotes several sources, Mac, including you.
1980.
Tell me all the things that I wanna hear, 'cause it's true.
If M&M's melt in your mouth but not in your hand, what do they do say under your arm? Do you have to brush your teeth during a fast? And why do they call it a fast when it goes so damn slow? And when yogurt goes bad, how can you tell? Why do they call them buildings when they're already done building them? They ought to call them built. Or crumblings, you know. Living at crumbling over there. I got a question here for this sexually liberated society that we live in. If your woman leaves you for another woman, should you hold the door for both of them?
Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend. I never seem to get along. Take a jump across the water, like to see America. See the girls in California, hoping it's going to come true. But there's not a lot I can do. Could we have breakfast for breakfast? Mommy dear, you gotta have 'em in Texas, 'cause everyone's a millionaire. I'm a winner, I'm a sinner, do you want my autograph? I'm a loser, what a joker, I base my jokes upon you. Well, there's nothing better to do. Don't you look at my girlfriend, she's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend, I never seem to get along. Take a jump across the water, like to see America. See the girls in California, hoping it's going to come true. But there's not a lot I can do.
Saying so long to 1980 with Breakfast in America from Supertramp. Before that, the Romantics did What I Like About You. We heard Boulevard from Jackson Browne. And starting us off, Genesis with Misunderstanding. Flashback was produced by Tom Powell and Rob Frankel in association with the ABC Radio Networks. Copyright 1995. Written by David Landau. Production assistants Wayne Black, Ken Michaels, Mike Phillips, George Spanos, and Max Baer Jr. Executive producers Dan Fermento and Jeff Rich. This is Bill St. James. For questions and comments, write Flashback, 1776 Broadway, 4th floor, New York, New York, 10019. Offer does not apply to former girlfriends. Flashback is a presentation of Radio Today Entertainment.
Flashback. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell him. Mom, Dad, Mom, you look great. After much thought, I've decided to join the Navy. What about college? Glad you asked. Great. Through the Navy College Fund and Montgomery GI Bill, I can get up to $30,000 for college. And the training will help prepare me for that really amazing job I'm sure to get once I get my degree. I realize you're touched by my maturity. Oh, stop it. I know I'm a wonderful son. Cut it out. What's that? A car? A convertible? No.
For more information, call 1-800-USA-NAVY. You and the Navy. Full speed ahead. Paid for by the U.S. Navy.
WRDU, Wilson, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill.
Flashback is brought to you by AT&T.
We have to change this country to a new direction. We've seen government grow and grow year by year. We've seen spending go up and up.
78.
I see no reason for a telephone operator or supervisor or a person who works for the hands to pay for a 3-martini lunch with some big shot business executive.
78.
Reggie Jackson is suspended without pay for disregard to manager's instructions.
78.
The flag-draped casket of Senator Hubert Humphrey is being carried up the steps of the United States Capitol.
78.
We now have a new pope.
1978 brought something new under the sun.
It's Flashback.
Then there's Maud.
And now, from the year America got its last primetime look at Adrienne Barbeau on Maud, and some of us still haven't recovered, a flashback to 1978. $1978.
Yeah. This is QSKY, the big one, the last radio station. Los Angeles' radio. We have done it, and we are going to cook and cook and cook and cook until it burns.
All right, how about a toast? Good idea. To profits and the quality they bring. To quality and the profits it brings.
Ronnie White called the other day. He wanted to offer you a full-time job.
AM ain't where I'm at. And don't forget, you heard it here first on Q Sky FM. Now back to something a little more traditional.